The show starts in 1 minute.
Good evening, folks. We've a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jim. This is the More Sunshine, Please Tuesday evening live stream. How are you? I'm all right. Coming up on the show, we will be celebrating International Chocolate Day. Is that what it's called? So, yeah. I mean, how can I not? Also, a challenge from last week that I will be taking on. A top 15 list on the way, of course. Chocolate themed. You know it. But first, before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people I find in my chat. So let's do that. Coming in at the top of the middle stand. Let's go up. Whoa, it just... Before I even got to the top, it's Joey's World! Gold! Congratulations. Samantha Lowe, welcome in. I had to cough after I did that. And Surfer Girl! Cherie is our bronze medalist. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being the first 3 in my chat today. I sure do appreciate it. Now, I see other people may have been here earlier, but they are not in my chat. So I celebrate the first 3 that I see. So, and what? Don't worry. I got enough for all of us. Except I just can't distribute it, so I'm going to have to eat it all myself. Kathy Hollister, welcome in. I see I'm not the only one celebrating International Coffee Day. That was a Freudian slip. International Chocolate Day. I just made chocolate sauce and then chocolate milk. Enjoy that. Enjoy it more today than you would normally. Francisco, that's fun to say. Welcome in. Noah, great to see you as always. Hello to you. Keith, BDF, always a pleasure. Great to see you in my chat. Thank you so much for stopping by. Everybody, I hope you have fun watching me eat chocolate today. I know I'm going to enjoy it. Santi, welcome in. I know. Oh, delivery. Oh, 360. Oh, thank you. All right, you spun the mug like this. Thank you. All right. It's for a minute from now. Okay. Where was I? Mar in Memphis. Hello, Mar. Hola to you. Paul Eichenlaub, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. Season's greetings, Donna Jaworski. Donna, I've got good news and I've got bad news. Good news is your package arrived. The bad news is it arrived to my old post office where my post office box used to be. Back to good news, however, I filled in a form forwarding any mail that goes there so that things come to my new post office box, So I just don't have it today. I went to my post office today and it wasn't there, and I realized, I bet it's either at the old post office or in transit to my new one. So, Donna, thank you for sending me something. And I'm sorry that I don't have it today, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Did I say hi to Kathy Hollister? If I didn't, hi, Kathy. And Catherine Wilby, happy Tuesday to you. You know what? Since you're here, let me just say hi to a couple more people, and then I'm going to get into something Catherine wanted me to try. Sebastian the Crab, welcome in. Thanks for being here. And am I caught up? I think perhaps so. Mr. Fulton Mraz, welcome in. He's got great news. Made an out today. Fantastic. And you got the coin from the coin toss. What a great day. Congratulations on a great day. That's good to hear. I love sharing the good news. Arjons, great to see you as well. Thanks for stopping by. Michelle the Quilter, always a pleasure. And I think that's it. Okay, so let's get into it. Last week there was talk of pumpkin spice Oreos. Now, as soon as I heard that, and Catherine Wilby wanted me to try it on the show, and frankly, I wanted to try it on the show. Simba 2, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Here's the thing, however. The very next day, last Wednesday, I went to my closest grocery store, the Winn-Dixie, and oh no, I didn't miss you. I thought you won today's bronze medal. If you didn't hear that, congratulations on your bronze today. And welcome in. Where was I? Went to Winn-Dixie yesterday. Didn't have the pumpkin spice Oreos. And, okay, maybe Publix has it. Publix is the next closest grocery store. So I went there. Nothing. All right, Walmart, I guess, next closest one that would have these Oreos. Dad Builds, great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're celebrating International Chocolate Day today. Walmart didn't have them. Target didn't have them. So, I spent the week trying to find them. Yesterday, I popped back into Winn-Dixie. I thought, hey, for giggles, let's see if they finally got them. And they did. So I purchased them, and that leads me into this next segment. It took me a while to find these, but here they are. Through a generous super chat from Catherine Wilby, I now have pumpkin spice flavored Oreos in my possession. And does this have the yeah, oh, it does. It does. The resealable top. Here. I looked them up online, nearly ordered them from Target.com. You know, on Amazon, these things are $10 more than they would be in the store. I wasn't interested in that. Luckily, they finally arrived at our local, the Winn-Dixie, so here we go. Oh, they smell great. Noah found them at Publix. Fair and Square, I'm not familiar with what that is. Here we go. Pumpkin spicy. All right. These are fantastic. I've mentioned this on the show before. There hasn't been anything pumpkin spice I haven't enjoyed. Not that I've tried everything, but whether it's yogurt or beer or Oreos, I have loved it all. I've enjoyed it all. I've liked it all. Well, I'll say that. It is not chocolate, but I had to try these, Sebastian. I had to. And I am, normally when I try stuff on this show, and I don't really want to eat the rest of the package, I take it to my classroom to let my students eat it. And I will be keeping these. These are wonderful. I don't know if there's real pumpkin in there. Kind of highly doubt it. But I don't care. I'm not even going to read the ingredients. Don't care. Yeah, so we're starting out our chocolate celebration by not eating chocolate at all. But I kind of wanted to do that more than I wanted to do anything else. So now let's get into the chocolate. And one of the first things I purchased when wanting to try something different and chocolatey on this show, I found at Walmart, which is really the home of super sweet things, and they've got a number of unusual products that they're familiar products, but they're unusual. And what I mean by that is I found something there that I would. Well, I'll just show you. Here it is. It's a Cocoa Pebbles milk chocolate bar. I assume this is like Nestle's Crunch, but instead of Rice Krispies in the chocolate bar, it's Cocoa Pebbles. So, there's Fred. And I don't know why Bam Bam's not on here. He's on the cereal box, right? So, yeah. Kind of interested. I would never, purchase this at any other time. Oh, let's take a look at the bar here. I would only purchase this for the show. You can see the Cocoa Pebbles in the chocolate. What does the other side look like? Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to break off a corner. And back to the music. I have a guest that wants to try it. I'm going to need a little bit more. Oh, too much. What do you think of the chocolate that's in it? I can't tell. I can't tell if it's good chocolate or bad chocolate. You think you like it? Yeah. Okay, it's not bad. I can't tell if it's good chocolate or not. I'm thinking it is good chocolate, or good enough. This is Frankfurt brand chocolate. There it is. I'm not familiar. I think I've heard of this, but I'm not that familiar. Wait, bad chocolate? Is there such a thing? Yes. Yes. That's the chocolate near the front door of the Winn-Dixie at Easter time. avoid it. The Hitchhiking Bones welcome in. You guys are going live tonight, right? You usually do. Stick around 10 p.m. Eastern. I mean, don't stick around. Leave my channel to go to their channel at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's what you want to do. I see people have tried the Fruity Pebbles version, and that's a white chocolate, is it not? I've got chocolate all over my fingers. It's warm in here, so I've got the fan going, but there's a little bit of AC in here, but all right. Yeah, cheap. Mar is right. Cheap chocolate is, yeah. It's not fun. But that was it's not dissimilar from having like a Nestle's Crunch bar with the rice puffed rice in the chocolate bar. It seems, it's Cocoa Pebbles, which are chocolatey to begin with. So this is chocolate on chocolate, and I can tell the bonus chocolatiness. So I'm going to give this a thumbs up. I think I like it. Even though it's chocolate on chocolate, that's not a bad thing. But PTV's here. Welcome in. Yeah, so that's great. So from Walmart, the Cocoa Pebbles milk chocolate bar with Cocoa Pebbles in the chocolate bar. We're 1 for 1. Actually, if we count the pumpkin spice Oreos, we're 2 for 2. So far, so good. Now, before I started to eat that, there was a delivery, and it was a delivery of one of my favorite beverages. So it's time for my new favorite segment.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Now, many shows ago, I had mentioned that we have a Keurig coffee maker because we don't make I don't drink coffee at home during the week. I make it at school and I drink it there. And that's when Wawa's not providing free coffee for teachers. So anyway, so we use the Keurig pods, but I don't like all that plastic. I don't like the scalding hot water running through all of that plastic. Certainly there are things leaching into my coffee. So I have found I had found 3 brands of coffee pods that had less plastic in them. And they were all at the Winn-Dixie right by our house, and it was fantastic. Chock full of nuts. A Hawaiian brand I still can't remember. Oh, Donna, I was hoping that was I cheers. I can't wait, Donna. Next week, this segment is all about that. Where was I? Oh yeah, and the third brand was actually this one. Segafredo Vivace medium roast, whatever. The pods look like this, so a ton less plastic. There's some sort of mesh down here, mesh filter, and there's just the plastic around the rim here, and at the top is, I don't think that's plastic too. Okay, well, so I can't avoid the plastic altogether. But in PTV we also have the personal filter where you can add your own coffee to it, and that's how we've been enjoying the coffee that Sir Gary of the Peaches has sent us, and it is reusable. It's awesome. Well, I got some bad news recently at Winn-Dixie when I saw all of this brand, which is kind of our favorite of the 3. It was all clearanced, so I bought it all up, and Winn-Dixie no longer carries that. So we were down to 2 brands of coffee with this type of pod. and chock full of nuts is good, but the pods, for some reason, in our coffee maker, when it pierces the top, we have to keep the top of our Keurig pressed down, or else the water doesn't go in the pot, it spills over the top, and quite often we need to make another cup of coffee. And we can reuse the pot, of course, because the water didn't go into it. Anyway, it's a whole thing. And that left the Hawaiian brand, which it's either they have 3 flavors. One is just a dark roast, which is great, but we kind of prefer a lighter or medium roast here at the house. So we don't normally get the darker roasts. And the other 2 are, they have a coconut caramel and some other flavor. I don't remember. But those have natural flavors, which, we also kind of try to avoid when we can, if we feel like it. So, oh my goodness. I can't stop you from sending me coffee. Thank you, PTV. I'm just going to leave that up there the entire show. I won't do that. But thank you. Thank you for posting that. So where was I? Okay, so my story is we were down to one brand at our local store that we wanted to purchase, and it was one that didn't work well in our coffee maker. Until last week, there was another brand that where is it? That type of pod here. This is Boyd's Coffee of Portland, Oregon, and they now have this at our local, the Winn-Dixie. Rachel, welcome in. Great to see you. And did I see, did I miss anybody else? If I missed you, I'm so sorry. But welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Yes, I believe that's what me and PTV are talking about. Thank you. Yes, they are awesome, and we've got those. I've got one at home, and I've got one at school. Anyway, or work. It's other people's school. Anyway, so Boyd's, I haven't tried this. They had 2. They had a medium roast and a dark roast, and if you can see, this is the darker roast. So I'll probably be taking this to work. And this is what was delivered here, and this was one of my Father's Day mugs in honor of my my TikTok dad jokes. Check out my channel. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to try this right now. It is a darker roast than we normally have here at the house, but here we go. I'm happy to report that that's good, and it worked well in our coffee maker. So, Boyd's, you know what's great about the coffee at Winn-Dixie is it's on sale so much more than it is at Publix. So, thank you, the Winn-Dixie, for having a new pod that we want to purchase, and it's 100% compostable. I guess I need to use them fast before they start. No. All right. So that is fantastic. That was today's coffee break. I'll still be enjoying this throughout because I have more chocolate to purchase. Not purchase. I've already purchased it. To try. The next thing I want to share with you is something I found on a clearance shelf. Now, one of my favorite ways to enjoy chocolate is, of course, in a chocolate chip cookie. More on that later, frankly. This is a Susie's grain-free chocolate chip cookies, gluten-free, low in sugar, plant-based. So this is it. I found this at Publix. Or no, did I? No. This is from the Winn-Dixie. Hitting it out of the ballpark this week, Winn-Dixie. And you can see the clearance price tag on there. I don't know what these were originally. $2.50 kind of still seems like a lot for this box, but I wanted to celebrate International Chocolate Day and my clearance shelf segment. I don't often... oh, I see. They're individual packs of 2 cookies. Like this. So I can't imagine these are going to be good. 1, because they're gluten-free, low in sugar, and plant-based. And 2, they were on the clearance shelf, which tells me they're discontinuing them and they just want to get rid of them at a lower price. But I will be trying these. And I'm kidding about stuff being gluten-free not being good. That's a little joke. Gluten-free, there's awesome gluten-free stuff. Awesome plant-based stuff. I will say that this is awfully crumbly. Let me cut to the close-up. Look at all the crumbs. It's not chewy, but it is kind of soft to the touch. Oh, I forgot the music. Dunk them in coffee. I would, but they'd fall apart. They're falling apart in the package. This is not taking much to disintegrate these. These aren't bad. These are good. I'm glad I got them. I will say they're not, they're not homemade by any stretch. But for a gluten-free, plant-based cookie, I've had worse. This is another thumbs up. I am happy to report. We're talking about hot dogs now? Is this International Hot Dog Day? No, I missed it. I'm sorry. Hot dogs from Costco? It must have been a good deal. Did you buy a metric ton of hot dogs at Costco? Yeah, those are brittle. There's no chance of me dunking those and being able to bring them up out of the coffee. I can barely pick them up dry. So, more coffee. Next, we have another store around us called the Fresh Market, and it's like a Whole Foods, like a small Whole Foods, where they have some very expensive things. Some things are very reasonable or kind of reasonable, and some things are quite expensive. Higher end items. I know they have a cheese wheel of some sort in their deli section that's over $200. I remember seeing that. That's fun to see. I won't be purchasing it. I aspire to be vegan. I'm not vegan, but I'm not going to buy a wheel of cheese for myself. 7 pounds of hot dogs. All right. Kathy adds sour cream to her gluten-free baked items, so it won't be so dry. I love sour cream. Magic of the Mouse Radio, great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. We are celebrating International Chocolate Day. Anyway, so at the Fresh Market, I went there after work today, and I found I wanted something a little different. So I found a package of this. These are Niagara chocolates. They're from Buffalo, New York. Caramel apple cider donut clusters. And I imagine these are like turtles, perhaps. And you can see they're made with small batch caramel. Apple cider donut flavored chunks. I don't exactly know what that is. And creamy milk chocolate, which is what I'm most interested in today. So, yeah, it kind of looks like a turtle here again. This is Niagara chocolates. Spoiler alert here. My wife already had one of these. She said that the chocolate was pretty good on this. Let's try some different music for this. very chewy. Oh, the caramel. All right. I didn't want to let this influence me, but the word from my wife was that there was a sense of artificialness at the beginning, but the chocolate was good, and I totally concur with her assessment. It did seem the apple flavor. I don't know. There's something crunchy in there. I guess those are the apple cider donut flavored chunks, and I don't exactly know what that is. But yeah, the apple flavor doesn't seem very authentic. It does seem a little not real, a little artificial. The chocolate is good. As a whole, this is good. I wouldn't, because of the apple flavor in there, and I know these are apple cider donut clusters, but and I'll continue to enjoy these until the package is gone. But I probably won't purchase those again. This is not a thumbs up. It's not a thumbs down. It's a thumb sideways. I don't know what that means, other than it's, so far, oddly enough, my least favorite thing today. Even the cookies were better. Although this was good. It's good chocolate. I just don't care for that artificial taste in there. Yeah. Mrs. Sunshine called it. Okay. I think that's it. I think it's time for an intermission. Of course, it's going to be, chocolate themed. So when we come back, I'll have my top 15 list. That's all about chocolate. I'm looking forward to that. I won't be eating 15 different things. That would be insane. I already did that once upon a time with the Reese's peanut butter cup live stream. So please enjoy this intermission, and I will see you when showtime resumes.
Yes, Toddy, the chocolate malt in a can.
It's so good hot. It's so good cold.
It hits the spot with young and old.
Yes, toddy pleases everybody. Delicious chocolate malted toddy, made with rich, real milk, not powdered milk.
So come and get it, everybody. It's time to drink your chocolate toddy.
Mmm, delicious.
I have coffee. I can't drink toddy right now. Although it is International Chocolate Day, maybe I should put the coffee down. I won't. Okay. As you can see behind me, today we're counting down my top 15 ways, my favorite ways to eat chocolate. So these are things that have chocolate in them, or they're totally chocolate. I guess none of them are just chocolate. I didn't put just a hunk of chocolate on this list. Maybe I should have. I didn't think about that. So I came up with the first 15 things I know I love eating. So that's what this list is. And for the most part, it's kind of in the right order, except maybe this first one. We're going to go with number 15, which is, and I thought I just saw Bill put something in the chat about covered potato chips. And let me go back to the comments and scroll. He asked me a question. I saw it right before the intermission. Here it is. Have you tried the new Lay's potato chips covered in Cheeto cheese? I have not. That sounds interesting, and I absolutely would try that. But number 15 on my list are chocolate-covered potato chips. And 2 Christmases ago, my family sent us these, specifically Better Made potato chips, which is a brand out of Detroit. They're local to the Michigan area. And so Better Made's been around since 1930. I guess it says that right on the tin there. And we received a tin of these 2 Christmases ago. And last Christmas, we said we wanted more. So they sent us 2 tins. One was milk chocolate covered, and one was dark chocolate covered potato chips. And they were both awesome, but the milk chocolate ones were better. And I'm just going to put it out there now. We want these again. Yes. Cherie says, Trader Joe's had some chocolate-covered potato chips. Not sure if they still carry them. I hope so. They are fantastic. Chocolate-covered potato chips, if you're not familiar, may sound unusual at first. But let me just say that Reese's have a variety of their peanut butter cup with potato chip chunks in there. It's okay. Also, Ben & Jerry's has an ice cream, and it's the one with Jimmy Fallon on it, I think. And it's called the Tonight Dough. It's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, and I think there are bits, I think that's the one, with bits of chocolate-covered potato chips in it. And it's a thing. So they're wonderful. And so I put that on my list, and as I made my list, right after I made it, I thought, oh, this should have been much higher on the list, because they are amazing. I don't know about any other brand but Better Made right now. I can't imagine other potato chip companies would get this wrong. But, yeah, chocolate potato chips. Chocolate-covered potato chips. Let's move on. Are they easy to make? I would imagine they are. That's awesome. Chocolate is good for all seasons. All right, number 14. I'm of the school. Is that the right term? I'm of the mindset that the best desserts are the simplest desserts. In my book, you don't have to get too far beyond the basics. Ben, welcome in. Number 14 on my list, brownies. Simple chocolate brownies. One of the best desserts. Oh, Mar, thanks. It is the Jimmy Fallon Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Thank you. The fudginess of the base of the brownie, along with the crispiness of the top, fantastic. Simple, yet delicious. Chocolate brownies. Number 14 on the list. I don't have to say too much more about that. Number 13, again, well, this isn't a dessert necessarily, but, you can, I don't know if you were here for the intermission, but you can enjoy toddy, or at least you could 50 years ago, either hot or cold. And I would imagine that's a lot like hot chocolate, which is number 13 on my list. Hot chocolate, my strongest memory of hot chocolate is going to a grade school football game up in Michigan. It's, quite cold when football season is in the middle of football season. And going to see our team play, there wasn't a lot that I could get at the concession stand that would thrill me more than getting a hot chocolate. The thing is, my memory of getting a hot chocolate there is not being able to wait till it cooled off and burning my tongue every time on that hot chocolate. But it was a wonderful memory. And there are so many varieties of hot chocolate you can get. They've got those, and I've seen this on PTV's show, the chocolate bombs, making a hot chocolate like that, dropping a chunk of chocolate into heated milk or whatever. This isn't your grandfather's hot chocolate, but still, even just getting the instant hot chocolate's fantastic too. It's just all around goodness. I'm going to stop talking. I feel like I'm just trying to fill time with my words. All right. Omar agrees. Hot chocolate in the stands of the football game? Absolutely. Michelle sprinkles chocolate chips on the brownie batter before... Oh, man. Or M&M's. You can't go wrong with either one of those. Donna makes hers with cream. Her hot chocolate. It's awesome stuff. Chocolate-covered bacon? What's Bill talking about? I probably wouldn't be doing that myself, but sure, the saltiness of the bacon with the sweetness of the chocolate. It's the same reason chocolate-covered potato chips are delicious. Oh, yeah. Number 12 on my list. Where are we? Oh, okay. So this one's Disney-specific. And on my YouTube channel, I've had the same intro video. If you go to my channel on YouTube, it's the same. I didn't make a specific video for my homepage. I just took an existing one, and so it's been on there for years. It's the one where I'm enjoying a chocolate-covered apple from Disney. So that's number 12 on my list. It's one of my favorite Disney treats. You can get them at the confectionery. You can get them at Animal Kingdom. Has a place where you can get these. I can't remember the name. Epcot, of course, in the Germany Pavilion, among other places. You can get these in Disney Springs at the Candy Cauldron, which I've done. Yeah, there's a whole variety of these type of apples, and you can see there they have the Mickey ears are made of marshmallows, standard-sized marshmallows. So they stick those on there, and then they, dip everything in chocolate and dip it usually in, peanuts or little mini M&Ms in this case, or they have a dozen different things at one time in the confectionery. But my favorite is simply the dark chocolate with the sea salt, or maybe it's just, I don't know if it's sea salt necessarily, but the salted dark chocolate apple. And then there's, caramel inside, and they're just awesome. Super good stuff. Top 2 of my favorite Disney snacks. Absolutely. So, yeah. Ooh. Well, I've already kind of teased it when I said, the best desserts are the simplest, so that's going to be up there. Let's move on, though. Number 11 and 10 are kind of in the same ballpark. Oh, Ghirardelli. Back to Disney Springs we go. I love ice cream. It is my vice, although I don't eat as much as I used to because, it's dairy, and I'm trying to cut down on dairy, but there are plenty of non-dairy ice cream-like things that are out there. But my favorite ice cream, really, oddly enough, is from Publix, and it's Bear Claw ice cream. I've mentioned this on the show before. Bear Claw ice cream is chocolate ice cream with chocolate-covered cashews and a ribbon of, in this case, Denali caramel running through it, and it's very good. It's a very good ice cream. I love it so. So that's my favorite ice cream. Favorite chocolate ice cream. It's right up there with all of them. So let me tell you what number 10 is, because they go hand in hand. Even though an ice cream like Bear Claw is super chocolatey, number 10 on my list is a chocolate syrup or chocolate sauce to put on ice cream. And I would do that to Bear Claw. I would do it to just about any ice cream there is. If it's hot fudge, for example, I love that it softens the ice cream. I mean, it's delicious on its own, but I don't want to eat it on its own. I want to eat it with the ice cream. I would even go, even just the straight up Hershey's syrup. You know, that might not be a higher end chocolate syrup, but I still love putting it on ice cream. There's one that they make that I currently have. It's called Hershey's Simply 5, and I guess there are only 5 ingredients in it. That's good enough for me. So yeah, number 11 is my chocolate ice cream, and number 10 is the chocolate syrup to put on top of it. So I absolutely love it. It's awesome. What can't we find in Florida? What are we talking about? Oh, C's. Yes, that's I recognize it from Pepper Treeville live stream. Cherie, I always get a caramel apple at Disney Springs on our first night in Orlando. And you can have them cut it up for you. You don't want to eat it right from the stick. That's insanity. Have them cut it up for you so you've got these delicious chocolate caramel apple slices that are easy to eat and share. It's awesome. It is just great. It's just great. All right, number 9. Where am I? Oh, okay, again. I'm a simple man. I like simple things. Number 9 is a candy. I could have gone peanut or plain variety of this. M&Ms. I enjoy M&Ms. I could just one at a time. I don't necessarily have to shove a fistful in my mouth to enjoy. I kind of just like eating one at a time or two at a time, putting one on either side of my mouth and eating, 2 M&Ms at the same time. I don't know. Is that weird? But M&Ms it's just a little punch of chocolate, and they're just good. And I'll just start eating M&Ms, and 15 minutes later, I have to open a second bag, and no, I don't have to do that. But M&Ms are fantastic. And the second picture that I've had of M&Ms here. Okay, we're moving on to number 8. Number 8, I don't know if any of you are going to be familiar with the number 8 thing on my list. My first thing, the chocolate-covered potato chips, was from a company in Detroit, Better Made Potato Chips. This is from another Detroit company, Sanders. Sanders makes candies and cakes, and what I have on my list right now is a cake I grew up eating, and I had always wanted a Sanders bumpy cake for my birthday. And let me show you what it looks like. This is Sanders. I thought you could only find this in the Detroit area, but quite recently, and I'm talking a week or two ago, my wife was at Gordon Food Services, if you're familiar with Gordon's. They had a giant sheet bumpy cake, Sanders bumpy cake, a legit Sanders bumpy cake. So she bought it, and we had it for her birthday and my daughter's birthday because they're only a few days apart. And it was wonderful to get that again. Disney Nerd Herders, welcome in. Nerds! I'm talking about bumpy cake. Oh, you know what I don't have is my little banner here to let everybody know what we're counting down. Sorry, newcomers to the live stream. Anyway, Sanders bumpy cake is it's a chocolate cake, and there's rows. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little out of focus, the picture on the box. They have rows of cream on top. It's a solid, not solid. What am I saying? But it's not like a whipped cream. It's firmer than that. It's one that will keep its shape. They have cream on the top, and then they cover all that with a chocolate icing, and it's just wonderful. It's so good. Sanders bumpy cake is available. Do you guys have Gordon Food Services around you? It is, Gordon is sometimes I see the truck on the expressway. Gordon kind of sells things in bulk, and restaurants purchase things from Gordon's, and they sell giant packs of things, not unlike a warehouse club. But the buttercream bumps are fantastic. Was your bumpy cake sent in frozen? Well, you know what? It may have been. I wasn't there when she purchased it. It may have been frozen when she bought it. It probably was. And then we put it in our freezer when she brought it home. So, here we go. Gordon Food Service is a food service distributor based in Wyoming, Michigan, serving the Midwest, Northeast, Southeast, and Southwest regions of the United States and coast to coast in Canada. So it's everywhere? Where is it not? I think it's everywhere. Oh, I misread that. Wyoming, Michigan. Wyoming's the city? I didn't know that. Wyoming, Michigan. Well, I learned something new every day. Thanks, Arnie. Yes. Gordon has the bumpy cake. They used to have it at Sears. I remember going there. Sears near us when I was growing up had an ice cream bar. And they used to sell Sanders cakes there. And containers of their hot fudge and hot caramel and stuff like that. And that's where we'd get our bumpy cakes, I remember. There was also a Sanders store in the strip mall near my grandparents' house. Or was that Saunders? Oh, now I'm getting confused. Anyway, let's move on. Sanders bumpy cake, number 7 on the list, however. Oh, Michelle doesn't have it in central New York. Too bad. Well, okay, well, I want everybody to have a bumpy cake now. Let's move on. Number 7, what do I have? Oh, again, back to simple things. This is another candy, and this is a simple candy, but it's so delicious. Milk Duds. I love Milk Duds. Maybe more for the caramel than the chocolate, but they're covered in chocolate, so they made the list. I enjoy eating these the way I enjoy eating the M&Ms. I'll just put 1 or 2 in my mouth, and these are quite sticky. So to put any more than 2 in your mouth might be a workout for your jaw. But Milk Duds are just wonderful, and I love them. And just another candy that made my list. I love the chocolate on a Milk Dud. All right. Number 6. Number 6 is a dessert from a restaurant I can't remember the name of. I don't think it's around our area anymore. It was a Mexican restaurant. It may have been called La Fiesta, or I don't even remember. That can't be right. But this restaurant was replaced by another restaurant. It is now Tres Amigos that does not have this dessert I'm about to tell you about. The original restaurant served a dessert called a chocolate chimichanga. I found a picture. I don't know if this is from the restaurant. Seemingly, it was just a chocolate bar wrapped in a tortilla and drizzled with chocolate on top. This picture doesn't have that, but it seemed simple, yet delicious. A chocolate bar in a tortilla, probably, I don't know if it was deep fried or pan fried or something, but it melted the chocolate inside, and then they drizzled more chocolate on top, and it was fantastic. Again, simple desserts are my favorite. Chocolate chimichanga. And I know that there are recipes, because I was looking up a picture when I Googled an image of a chocolate chimichanga. I know that there are recipes out there for such a thing. I don't know if any of you in the chat prepare things on your live streams. I'm lying. I know you do. Maybe a chocolate chimichanga, just to see what it'd be like, is my suggestion. All right. Number 5. Another beverage. Another simple one. I like chocolate shakes, but I prefer chocolate malts. And there's a funny story. When we first moved to Florida, my wife and I went, we wanted a chocolate malt. And there's a restaurant in our area called Steak and Shake. Maybe it's in your area too. And don't tease me, Arnie. Do not tease me. That would be awesome. So we went to Steak and Shake because we knew they had shakes, and we were hoping they had chocolate malts on there. And they did on their menu. So we went through the drive-thru and we ordered a chocolate malt. And we weren't sure how common chocolate malts were ordered at this place. And so we got up to the drive-thru window, and the lady at the window, when we went to pay her, was questioning us about our order. Not, you want a chocolate shake? No. We want a chocolate malt. And she looked at us. She was confused, or like her look was peering into our souls, and she was telling us, "Why bother? Just get a chocolate shake." And her words to us, and we still repeat this to each other. The lady at the drive-thru window said, "You know, the only difference is the flavoring." And yes, that's why we're ordering the malt, because it tastes different, lady. So we still joke around and say that to each other. You know, the only difference is the flavoring. We didn't want a chocolate shake. That's just melted ice cream. A chocolate malt has a specific malted milk flavor that I love. So I love chocolate malts, and that's why it's so high on my list. Love it. All right, next, number 4. I'm rushing to get done at 8 o'clock, but I don't think Mouse Talk is live. They're still on the West Coast, are they not? And they went live already today. I'm not going to go far beyond 8 o'clock, but I don't think Mouse Talk has a 8 p.m. live stream planned today. I think they might be traveling or resting or both. I don't know. Anyway, so that's where we are. Number 4 on my list. Again, simple candy. I've already had chocolate-covered fruit on my list with the chocolate-covered apple. No Disanity tonight. Thank you, Noah. And Bill, thank you. I didn't think so. So I had the chocolate-covered apple. I debated whether or not to have a chocolate-covered banana on my list, which could have been on my list easily. But I went with chocolate-covered dried grapes. Yes, raisinets or chocolate-covered raisins. I love them. And I do not eat these the same way that I eat M&Ms or Milk Duds. I will shove 2 handfuls full of raisinets in my mouth and eat them in record time. So, yes. And that's another thing. Malt balls could have been on this list, too. But I'm going to stand by the things on my list. Yes. Yeah, raisinets or whatever brand. I know Sunmaid has a chocolate-covered raisin, and there's a million of them, I'm sure. Malt cups, Kathy says. I remember chocolate ice cream malt cups with the wooden spoons. Yes, absolutely. The spoons tasted terrible, but loved the malted chocolate ice cream. I remember enjoying baseball games at the old Tiger Stadium before they tore it down, and the usher going, "Malt cup!" So when I see the words malt cup, I think of that usher. Malt cup! I can't explain it. I didn't order one from him. But yeah, I remember that wooden spoon. It was in the right in the top of the cup, was it not? Or was it in the bottom, like underneath? I don't remember. Yeah. So yeah. No raisins for you? Oh, chocolate-covered raisins, though. That's what we're talking about. They're covered in chocolate. You don't even know they're raisins. I love them. I love them. Number 3 on my list. Where are we? Again, the best desserts are the simplest desserts. I don't even know if you can call this a dessert. It's kind of in its own category. It's its own meal, if you ask me. S'mores. Let's call it a dessert. It's one of my favorite desserts. It's fun to make. It's fun to eat. I mean, it could be really messy and annoying to eat too, I suppose. But they are delicious. And again, simple. We don't have to, come up with a dessert with 80 steps in which to make it. A simple graham cracker, a section of a Hershey's bar, which, by the way, Hershey's chocolate does not taste better than when it's on a s'more. And some of our overseas viewers may turn their nose up at Hershey's chocolate, and for good reason, I suppose. But I like it. But Hershey's chocolate on a s'more can't be beat. Or maybe it can. I've never tried it. I always go Hershey's. It's just great. The warmth of that marshmallow. It's just a wonderful dessert sandwich. I love it. I could go on and on. Seems like I have. Donna agrees. S'mores bars by the pan? Is that what you meant to type? Is the V by the B? It is on the keyboard. I see that. Julie C., welcome in. You are not late. You are right on time for the end of my list. Number 2 on my list. We're counting down my favorite ways to eat chocolate because it is International Chocolate Day. Number 2 on my list, edged out s'mores as my favorite dessert, but you cannot beat a freshly made chocolate chip cookie. There is nothing better. I can't think of a better dessert than a freshly baked chocolate chip cookie. Still warm, nay, hot from the oven, and with a glass of milk, be it cow's milk or plant-based milk. You can't beat it. With the melting chocolate, it's the best. Again, you don't have to come up with a complicated dessert for it to be great. A Nestle's Toll House cookie can't be beat. That's my opinion. I was asking my students today, some of my students, how they enjoy eating chocolate because it's International Chocolate. And I actually had a student that knew it was International Chocolate Day, which kind of blew my mind. I thought I was the only one savvy enough to know that, but I wasn't. Anyway, where was I? So I asked some of my students how they most enjoyed eating chocolate. And they mentioned a dessert at Chili's that I wasn't familiar with, and it sounded okay to me. But another student told me about another dessert at Chili's, which sounds like maybe the best dessert I've ever had. Cheddar's, before they closed it down in our area, there was a restaurant called Cheddar's, and they had a dessert, I may have mentioned this on the show before, called the Cookie Monster. And you had to order it ahead of time because they would fresh bake a chocolate chip cookie. It was about that big. And then they'd put a hot fudge sundae on top of it. And the combination of the warm, soft cookie and the vanilla ice cream with the hot fudge on top was to die for. And I remember having a similar dessert. The first time I ever had a dessert like that was at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, one of the roller coaster capitals of the world. And I think maybe when I was in high school, I had that same dessert. They served that same dessert there. And I just remember wanting another one when I was done with that one. Anyway, they have a dessert now at Chili's, I guess, called the Cookie Skillet. And it sounds like the same thing, where they put a cookie in a skillet and bake it, and then they put ice cream and hot fudge on top. And I haven't been to Chili's in a long time, but I may need to go try that tonight. Yeah. What's Kathy saying? What's this? I'm having memories of a frozen chocolate chunk of candy called ice cubes. They literally came frozen. I am not familiar with that. Mar says, I remember ordering cookies before the meal at Cheddar's. They would freshly bake them. Now, Cheddar's still exists. I know there's one north of us in, maybe in Carrollwood, up by the outlet mall up there. But the one closer to our house is shuttered and is becoming something else. And, yeah, so I need to go to Chili's to get the cookie skillet. Not a sponsor. Okay. We're at number 1 on my list. Perhaps you know where I'm going with this. I have done a live stream dedicated solely to the candies of this company. That's not it. Those are still chocolate chip cookies. I was trying to be sneaky clever. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are hard to beat. They're my favorite candy by far. I don't know if it's number 1 on my list. It seems like chocolate chip cookies. I did a lot of talking about that, and I may have convinced myself to make that number 1. Anyway, I love Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. It's my favorite candy. And, yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. It's so good. I guess I just had something else to say about that by saying it was so good. What are you going to do? What's better than a frozen Three Musketeers bar? I've never had that. Well, what we do here at the house is we freeze York peppermint patties. That probably could have made the list. I forgot about that till just now. Anyway, I hope you enjoy International Chocolate Day. I know I have with my tasty treats and my coffee and my crumbly cookies. And yeah, this was fun. This was a fun show for me. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for being here. There is no mouse talk, but there will be a Hitchhiking Bones live stream tonight, I'm guessing. But that isn't until 10 p.m. Eastern. So everybody has time to go check out my TikToks. My most recent hit on TikTok, the one where I compared the Friendship and the Disney Skyliner, finally reached 250,000 views, and I'm super excited. It's still chipping away. Like I still get a couple thousand views every day, and that's very fun to watch and to see that grow. So I posted another TikTok last night, and it was a Disney dad joke. It wasn't my best, but I put that out there, and it's got a couple hundred views. So check out my TikTok channel. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Happy International Chocolate Day. I will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for another live stream with a top 15 list, and hopefully I'm eating something there, too. It's time to say goodnight. Thank you again, everybody. Bye.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.